Oh, hey. What are you guys doing here? That's right. It's my turn for the meal prep with Coach. Not really prepared, but I think we can figure something out. Come on in. Guys, Justin here. I wanted to go over, I guess my meal planning strategy or goals with it for you guys. So the key with me, the most important thing for me is simplicity, speed. I wish there was another S that I could throw in there, but I don't have one, and ease. I want everything to taste good as well too, but I really just don't want to think about food all the time. I want to make stuff fast. I don't want to be spending all my time in the kitchen. And you know, that's totally cool. If you want to eat a lot of variety of food every day, I think the trade-off there is that you might be spending more time in the kitchen. I personally don't. So I eat similar meals over and over again, and I try to eat a lot of like stuff that I don't have to prepare. So that's what you're gonna see in the videos. I always prepare dinner. Lunch and breakfast are kind of like hit or miss, I guess, for me. So I want to share some staples with you. I think most of you guys know is that I don't own plates. I do own bowls. Hold on. Bowl? I do still have bowls. I use Tupperware. This is to take a little bit of the guesswork out of the serving size for me. It makes it a little bit easier. This is actually a little bit small for me, but I can make it work. I can fit enough stuff in there. You know, veggies, carbs, proteins, healthy fats if I need it. But it just takes a lot of the guesswork out of serving size for me. So again, one less thing I have to think about. I also use chopsticks fairly often to not only play the drums, but to eat with. Mostly because it gets me to eat more mindfully. I don't use them all the time, but I use them, I'd say, 64% of the time. They help me eat slower and eat more mindfully. So I try to use chopsticks pretty often. And I use a food scale pretty regularly, but I don't use it to measure everything. Typically just foods that I have a difficult time estimating the portion size with. Usually healthy fats or like Greek yogurt. Healthy fats, by them I mean like almond butter, olive oil. They're just so calorie dense and easy to overeat. It makes me feel a little bit better when I weigh them out and I understand like how much I'm actually getting. So I have a really cheap food scale that I use fairly often, and I still use it after 20 years of practicing nutrition. So, the key for me, really, I'd say the main thing is, I like being in the kitchen, but I don't love it. Now I know some people love it. I do enjoy making meals. I think it is pretty fun. But there's definitely a lot of other stuff that I would rather be doing. My goal is just to be an awesome person that can do rad shit. So if I don't have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, can focus on that stuff, it's awesome for me. So key for me is I create cooking playlists, because when we're having fun, when we feel good, we change better. It changes easier. So I listen to music all the time when I'm cooking or doing other things that I might not necessarily enjoy all the time. So I try to combine something that I love with something I'm not super stoked about. So when I cook, I listen to music and I dance. And without further ado, I want to hit you guys with what's on the playlist today. 3, 2, 1. So a little Phil Collins to kick off the cooking with you guys. Hope you enjoy the videos, and let's transition. And we're back, and this guy is getting hungry and I am too. So this is gonna be meal number 1 for the day, breakfast. Okay, let's get to it. So breakfast, standard breakfast, continuing with that theme of protein, veggies, smart carbs, and healthy fats. We're gonna try to aim for that for this breakfast. Pretty staple breakfast for me most mornings. I'm actually shooting this video after the lunch video, so I'm gonna set up at an angle for you guys, so hopefully you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. I know it's at a distance, but anywho, and you're gonna notice I'm not getting veggies with this one, because veggies is kind of tough to get in the morning. I don't know about you guys, unless it's like an omelet or something. So I'm actually gonna have, when I can't get veggies, I try to add in a piece of fruit like berries or whatever. I like berries, so it's typically berries, but I'm going on a limb today, guys. I don't like bananas, but I bought some. Thanks, Mom. So I'm gonna give these a go today. YOLO, you know, you only live once. So trying to push my food palette boundaries. So I'm gonna add a banana to the breakfast today. It's not gonna go in the yogurt. What I'm making is a high protein yogurt. It's super satiating. It's really delicious and yummy. Let's show you what I'm gonna be rocking. What we need is a mug. I got the wrong one. His mug is dirty, so hers it is. We're doing grass milk plain yogurt. It's unsweetened. Anywho, normally I like that, I don't know how to pronounce it. Skyer. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's like 20 grams of protein in there. Usually I like that when it was all sold out, so I went with this one. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting stuff. My head wasn't attached to my head. I'm telling you, man. I'd lose it. So, protein powder. This is a vanilla collagen powder. No particular reason that I bought this one or collagen. I saw it in the store. I've used it before. I like the taste, so I'm gonna use it again. And I know I digest it well. Key tip with the protein powders, make sure you digest it well. Get sample packets before you invest in a container. Anyway, and almond butter. This is dangerous for me. You know, I've mentioned it in live streams before. I gotta measure this out, otherwise I'll eat all of it. And I also have to hide it from myself as well too. I know it's there, but if I hide it, I'm least likely to find it. So, I'm gonna mix this all up, put it in the fridge to let it sit. It'll be my breakfast for the next day, but I'm gonna make it for you guys right now. And can I get a time lapse and a timer, please? Time in real quick. When you're working with almond butter, you always gotta make sure it's not poison, so key note, back to it. Okay, I'm choking on some almond butter, but that's all right. I'm stirring this sucker up. It doesn't really look super appetizing. Tastes fantastic. So I'm gonna set this in. Let's make sure it's not poison too. Yeah, it's fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna set this in the fridge. Overnight, it's gonna firm up, and turn into a pudding. Banana's gonna go with it, and okay. Tricked you right here. Justin back with meal number 2. So, we are gonna be doing, let's hit you guys with it. So in the theme of lazy fitness, I've got some grilled chicken strips that I picked up from Whole Foods, Sprouts, somewhere. Again, grilled chicken strips, pre-cooked. Again, one less thing I have to worry about, so I don't have to cook these. Sometimes I'll use like turkey slices or something as well too. But again, if I can get myself out of doing as much prep work as possible, that is a win for me. So grilled chicken strips, we are gonna rock that. I found some turmeric coconut flour tortillas for like $3 for 9 of them at the store as well too. So this is awesome. Really, really tasty, add a lot of flavor to your meals. So we are gonna rock this. I'm gonna be doing 3 of them right here. We'll throw that to the side. I've got some super greens from my organic girl. I just bought it for the logo, with the Batman logo, so, or Batman term, pow. We're gonna rock those, and I'm gonna throw some pecans, however you prefer to pronounce them. But again, trying to keep it super simple, keep me from having to prep as much as possible. So this is gonna be my lunch for the afternoon. Oh, you know what? I'll do a little side cucumber, cherry tomato salad with some sea salt on it. That will not be pictured. And I'm gonna add a little bit of barbecue sauce to it. I think I'm just gonna take a fork, dip it in here, spread it down there, and add a little bit of flavor to it. So if I could get a timer and a time lapse, please, and voila, there you have it. That is lunch for the afternoon. Let's take a lovely look at this beautiful concoction. Sling it down here. All that color, love seeing color like that. It makes me feel like I'm a super, super healthy person. Yellow, greens, the grilled chicken, pecans, which you can barely see. Let's get a little zoom in there. A little bit of that barbecue sauce, and not picture the side cucumber and cherry tomato salad with some salt. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, and I will catch you guys back for dinner. Okay guys, let's have a little heart-to-heart talk here about what I did with dinner. So, I recorded a video for you guys, and I didn't like it. So I reshot the videos of me doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Unfortunately, I deleted the good video of dinner. So what you're about to see is the old video of dinner. I know, this is kind of like Inception, so it's kind of cool. But anyhow, we'll jump into that. But before we go into it, so it's gonna be a little bit weird with the flow, but you know, whatever. So I'm gonna show you the end product so you guys can check it out. This is that buffalo chicken, which I kind of like picked at randomly, so I'm not gonna lie. And the veggies and sweet potato. You can't see the sweet potato because it's hidden under the veggies. I just kind of put it in this container. But let's take a good look at it. Let's get some good lighting for you guys. You guys deserve it. So as you can see in that Tupperware, buffalo chicken, that buffalo chicken, I'm telling you guys, if you buy that seasoning right now, I'm gonna come find you, because it is fantastic. The veggies are delicious. I'm gonna be honest too, not as good. I probably won't buy this frozen veggie blend again. The sweet potatoes are fantastic with the cinnamon. The veggies are okay. They're kind of a little mushy. I can deal with it though. I'm gonna add a little extra salt. But lesson learned, you know, you burn some stuff, or well, I didn't burn anything, but you mess up some stuff in the kitchen, you lesson learned. I'll definitely go with different veggies. These ones would be better in a stir fry. So anyhow, let's jump into that old video, which is gonna be weird, which is now the new video. So anyhow, the last thing is my dinner. So this is gonna make me 4 dinners, typically Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I'll redo it on Thursday where I'll probably change it up for a little bit. And just to touch on that a little bit, I know a lot of people will say, I can't eat the same thing every day, or I need more variety. Totally cool, I get it. I like eating a lot of variety as well too, but I also love simplicity and ease much more than I love variety. And that is my main priority. I know what my goals are with health and fitness, and simplicity and ease of making meals makes this a lot easier for me. So that's one. I'm willing to accept the trade-offs of not being in the kitchen as much, because if we want to eat more variety, we're going to be having to decide what we want to eat more often. We're going to have to be spending more time in the kitchen, prepping meals probably more often, and that's totally cool. I just not willing to accept that trade-off. I don't want to spend more time prepping meals and cooking meals. So practicing more uniform eating makes sense for me. So that's kind of where I want my attention to be. And I'm going to show you how I'll do this. I have 2 pans, yep, in the oven. I've got a Mediterranean blend frozen vegetables, already like pre-cut and pre-chopped, because again, I'm paying for convenience, and I am okay with that. It's one less thing that I have to do. I also have some sweet potatoes that are already cubed up for me as well too, because I'm, again, convenience and super lazy when it comes to health and nutrition. And I've got some chicken thighs, because I'm team chicken thigh over team chicken breast. Give me a thumbs up if you are team chicken thigh as well too. And those are gonna go in the pan as well too. And they're all gonna go in the oven at the same time. And I'll pull out the sweet potatoes and the veggies probably 5 to 10 minutes before the chicken. Chicken will take a little bit longer. Quick tip on the veggies and the carbs, if you put them together, you kind of want to combine densities. So if you have a dense carb, like a harder carb, you want to mix it with, you want to cook it with denser or harder veggies. They'll take about the same time to cook. Luckily for me, these are soft veggies, but the sweet potato is cubed up so small that it is super, super easy. So if I could get another timer here real quick and hit me. Whoa, before we keep going, we'll go back into that time lapse. I almost forgot. Key. So, classic buffalo seasoning is what I'm gonna be using for this chicken. It's unbelievable. I use seasoned blends from just about everything. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of flavoring for me. I'm gonna go sea salt as well too. And finally, cinnamon is gonna go on that sweet potato. And I'm gonna use grass-fed butter, or maybe olive oil in there as well too, to really bring out the flavor of the sweet potato and get like a little crisp on the veggies. So back to that time lapse. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is pretty much meal prepping and cooking with me. Whoops, it's a little bit of a mess. About as easy as it could be. And as you can see, it doesn't really take that long. It doesn't need to be. I think the key is just accepting the trade-offs that come with it. Yes, you can make a ton of different things, cook all the time and make some gourmet Instagram style meals, and that's awesome. I'll prefer to do that and save that maybe for special occasions or company dates or whatnot, but when it comes to like my staples Monday through Friday, simplicity and ease is where I am at. So let's take a look at this real quick, this dinner, because I want you guys to see some beautiful colors here. I mean, look at this. Sweet potatoes, cinnamon, some mixed veggies with some salt, this buffalo chicken, which is gonna be the bomb. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was really raw, and I wanted it to be, this is a typical Sunday for me, kicking it with the dogs, and I wanted to keep it as awesome and fresh as possible. So take care, thanks for joining me, and guys, I hope the video was helpful. I'm pretty sure I left some stuff out and didn't touch on everything that I wanted to, but in the sake of saving some time, I hope that was helpful from me and the pups. Lincoln, where is he? Okay, you guys get his butt. And Kailani, who is chewing her tail. I just want to say,